This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up? This is DC Channel Guns coming at you with another gun video. Appreciate you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Now, when it comes to my channel, don't never get comfortable because I could put anything up here. I'm all over the place. I keep one eye open, one eye closed, as they say. Now, we're going to be talking about when it comes to FFL and gun dealership risk. Now, I talked about this a long time ago. When it comes to politics, especially when it comes to gun politics, when it comes to your anti-gun, politics is a dirty game. You must go in with two hands and both eyes open. And because guess what? We have a battle brewing. And, it's already tough enough that we're battling the anti-gun when it comes to our rights and stuff like that, and the laws and stuff that they're constantly keep trying to create. But, we have some house cleaning to do. Gun owners, we got house cleaning to do. And, always talking about wolves in sheep clothing. When it comes to your gun manufacturers, hey, you already had one that we went across, which is Colt, how they done gun owners and everything. They turned their back on us because guess what? Business as usual. And we're going to talk about business as usual because there's a lot of that going on. Also, when it comes to gun channels, we have a responsibility to hold these manufacturers accountable for what they do. Now, we're going to talk about a very controversial subject when it comes to Springfield Armory and the Rock River arms situation when it came to Illinois with their Senate Bill 1657. Now, I'm going to be very clear because a lot of people might not be aware of what's going on. I'm going to get you up to date. I'm not like somebody, I'm not going to rush you through it and throw a whole lot of words at you. I'm going to break it down. Now, when it comes to Illinois, they had this Senate Bill 1657, which, was a gun dealer licensing act in Illinois. Now, what this bill was going to do will require all FFL and gun dealers to get a state licenses in Illinois. Now, all the FFL and gun dealers already had a federal license, which is already required, but Illinois wanted to make a state license. Now, it's no accident they wanted to do that because the strategy that they had is actually paying off for the anti-gun. It's paying off for Illinois right now. And what it's doing is closing FFL and gun shops. You're going to see a list right now. These are lists of either gun shops that's going out of business or some that's closed and FFL dealers that have, stopped doing FFL transfer. This is what happened. This is what happened when you don't pay attention to the politics that's going on around you, especially when it comes to your state. Politics is the dirty game. Politics is one of the things that you must go in. You must go all in. If you can't do that, don't go in at all. I'm talking about because, in politics, you got to have a stomach for what's going to come out of it. The anti-gun pretty much is all in. You see that they'll cross any boundary that they can to infringing your Second Amendment rights. Now, when it comes to Illinois, Illinois has a gun manufacturer there, such as everybody already knows, Springfield Armory. Now, Springfield Armory, a lot of guns that they have out. A lot of people know them, the XDMs and stuff. A lot of gun owners got them. Just as well as a lot of gun owners got Colt guns. But when a manufacturing that cross gun owners and infringing your Second Amendment rights, or when I say infringing your Second Amendment rights, things that they can do as gun manufacturers had an obligation to pretty much be lookout for laws and stuff, especially when it's going to infringe on gun owners and plus their business. Springfield Armory is a gun manufacturer. Who buy guns from Springfield Armory? Gun owners. And majority of gun owners, love their Second Amendment rights. So I think, gun manufacturers have an obligation to look out for the Second Amendment. Now, in this situation, the Senate bill has been passed. And you see the outcome. I just showed the list of companies going out of business and stuff, FFL dealers. And the problem is, to the day, Springfield Armory is still saying that they was unaware of what was going on. So we're going to get deep. We're going to dig deep into that because they have to be aware. Now, the problem is Springfield Armory and Rock River pretty much funded a group called the IFMA, which was the Illinois Firearm Manufacturer Association, which is heavily sponsored by them two companies, Rock River and Springfield Armory. Now, the problem is when this bill passed, certain people was exempt. Big box stores, guess who? Springfield Armory and Rock River was exempt from getting this state license in Illinois. So, honestly, to me, it was some type of handshake deal behind the scene made. Now, Springfield pretty much allowed Illinois to have this bill be passed and attack the Second Amendment. And what has happened? It has closed all the FFL dealers and gun shops in Illinois. And, when it comes to a lot of your gun shops and FFL dealers, these are small businesses. These are small businesses and stuff. And, a lot of these FFL dealers work out of their home. A lot of them don't own gun shops. A lot of them have less than, just pretty much have their guns, but they do transfers. I did a transfer where a guy, he was an FFL dealer. He didn't have a gun shop, but he did transfer. He had the license to do the transfer. And, you work out of your garage, whatever the case may be. A lot of the FFLs do that. A lot of them don't have gun shops. And so what this bill has did was decimated Illinois FFL dealers and gun shops in that state. And this is what I'm talking about. And now you have Springfield had just released this new Hellcat 9mm, micro 9mm. And this is when I say gun channels has responsibility. Now, when I talk about you have the puppet gun channels, that's not bad as, it's puppet gun channel. But I'm saying you have gun channels, it's business as usual, just like some of these gun manufacturers. These gun manufacturers, hey, we'll send you a gun. If you review it, you can have it. $400 or $500 gun. They'll take the gun, review it. And when it comes to reviews, you have people who are watching these channels and looking at this gun and maybe want to purchase it. And you have their favorite YouTuber review this gun and they go out and buy it, not knowing that the gun manufacturer has, not stood up for the Second Amendment, has pretty much let the anti-gun attack your Second Amendment and then fight back. The gun channel has an obligation to bring that up. Gun channels need to stop not taking guns for gun manufacturers that is infringing on your Second Amendment rights, that is not stepping up to the plate. Because a lot of gun manufacturers just business as usual. A lot of these gun manufacturers are wolves in sheep clothing. And so some of these gun channels who, can't wait to get their hand on this new handgun and stuff like that. Hey, we have to start doing research. I'm starting to reflect on me and look at guns that I buy. What is this gun manufacturer doing? Is they helping gun owners, or they're infringing and, helping the anti-gun? We have to look at that kind of stuff. And, when it comes to the gun community, we have to have this long-term strategy. And what Springfield Armory failed to meet their obligations to, support the Second Amendment and stuff. Now they're still talking about, hey, they have, been aware, and then they're fighting this bill along with the NRA and stuff like. It's too late. It's too late. They're not gonna roll back this bill. They can fight all they want to, but that's what I keep telling people. Once they pass these laws, gun laws and stuff, the gun bans, high capacity bans, they're not gonna roll them back. It's going to take heaven and hell to get these gun laws to roll back. It's going to take a lot. And the way things are going now, it's so much that we're so spread it out fighting all these gun regulations, gun laws. For everyone that's passed to stop fighting that, to try to go and tackle that, you just don't have the coverage for that. So we have to stay on every last single law that is being passed in your state, federal, whatever it is. But that's the reason why this is the energy that I get right here. And, this is the energy that I get because I cannot stress it enough. I'm all in when it comes to the Second Amendment right. I'm all in. I'm not half in. I'm not 30-40. I'm 100% all in. And if I have to come up here every day and reveal some of this backdoor stuff, some of this shady stuff that's going on when it comes to your Second Amendment, I would do that. And so just want to point that out to you. This is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.